Welcome to Dark Horizon Creations. This time we're taking a look at the Jurassic World Rebirth Spinosaurus Danger Set. Now, if you hadn't already, please follow, like, and subscribe to my social media accounts on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Don't forget to hit that bell icon so you get a notification of when I post new content. Alright, so tonight we're taking a look at the Jurassic World Rebirth Spinosaurus Danger Set. This is a Target exclusive for $37.99 here in the US. Now, I'll tell you guys up front, as a fan of the Jurassic Park franchise, I have mixed feelings about the movie. There's certain elements I've seen that I like, some that I don't like, and one of them is right in front of the camera right now, and that is the redesigned anatomy of the Spinosaurus. I don't like the design of this dinosaur, and you guys will see why later in the video. Alright, so let's talk about the packaging. I really love the packaging for this toy. I think the marketing team did a phenomenal job on putting this together. I like the red, black, and gold colors, Jurassic World Rebirth logo in the lower left. You see the toys prominently displayed in the insert and a closed window display box. I like the display box because all of the toys are featured, including the action figures, the accessories, as well as the dinosaur. The backdrop behind them is a standalone diorama of the jungle that you can use. All of it comes together to make a really nice collectible and toy. On the back of the packaging, you have your obligatory product shots of the dinosaur, the action figures, the accessories, including the extractor, its weapons case. You can see that Zora has a flare gun. There's also a fixed blade combat knife in there, as well as a bandolier for Zora. Alright, so here we have the Spinosaurus, his two pet humans outside of the packaging. Now, I want to tell you guys up front, I purchased this set for one reason only, and that was to get this Zora Bennett action figure. I know there is another version of Zora that's being released with a Velociraptor, if I'm not mistaken, but this particular figure is exclusive to this set, and that's why I purchased it. And as I previously stated in the intro, I dislike the design of the Spinosaurus. I know there's two competing thoughts out there among paleontologists about how they look. I prefer the previous design of the Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3. But once I got this figure out of the packaging and assembled it, it doesn't look that bad. I like the scale of it. In my opinion, it's still closer in resemblance to a crocodile than a dinosaur. Maybe it could be a subspecies of Spinosaurus. So that's what we're going to go with in Mike's class of paleontology. This is a subspecies. Still a Spinosaurus, different Spinosaurus, so that we can keep the original Spinosaurus alive. Alright, so let's take a look at the action figures up close. So we'll begin by taking a look at Dr. Henry Loomis. He looks like he's Greek. You can see that he's got on his Walmart Wrangler shirt, Wrangler pants, brown Merrill boots, lens crafters, glasses, probably like Armatron watch there. Not much to him as far as articulation. His head will rotate left to right. Slight bit of pivot there. Forward and lateral movement of shoulder, bicep rotation. That's cool. Elbow rotation, single jointed elbow. And let's see if he's got, yep, waist rotation. Forward and lateral movement to thigh. No thigh rotation. Single jointed knee rotation. And no lower leg rotation. That's a lot of articulation for these little figures, and I do like them. I like all of the 1/18 scale action figures in the Jurassic Park toy line. Next we have Zora Bennett, aka Black Widow. Really like the way this action figure looks. Like the ponytail, blonde hair, nice bum, nice tits for an action figure. Head will swivel left to right, slight amount of pivot, forward and lateral movement, shoulder, bicep rotation,
single jointed elbow rotation, black Armatron watch, waist rotation, forward and lateral movement at thigh, single jointed knee joint there, knee rotation, and lower leg rotation. So they have the same articulation. She's a really cool looking action figure. I would like to see them make a 6-inch scale action figure of her in this line. All right, so now that we've talked about the figures, let's talk about the accessories. So there is this soft rubber fixed blade combat knife that is woefully warped. Flare gun. You guys can see that. Who needs it? Nobody's coming to rescue them. DNA extractor rifle. Looks like a blaster from Star Wars. And it does come apart in 2 sections so that you can open this storage container and hide it from customs. Unlike the illegal immigrants, they have nowhere to hide and nowhere to run. Alright, so let's talk about this science experiment gone wrong. Overall, really great looking figure. And that's from somebody that hated this design when I first saw it. Let's talk about the length of Spinosaurus. He is approximately right about 17 inches in length. And he is 8 inches in height at the top of his cell. Turn him around so you can get a good look at the head sculpt, and you can see the position of his feet. If you're going to keep him upright and stable, you're going to have to leave him in this position. But a lot of intricate design on the head sculpt, particularly around the snout, the eyes, all the musculature that they've done in the mandibles, his neck, throat area. You guys can see that. Open his mouth. I don't like the fact that his teeth are as soft plastic, because if you can close them on each other and bend them. I don't like that, like you see these doing here. Articulation. Neck will go that far. Won't really roll over. Forelimbs will move up and down. They won't move out at the shoulder there. Hind legs will move back and forward, but again, if you're going to keep him upright, you have to leave him in this position. You can turn the feet outward, so choose to do so. His cell is the main thing that I complained about being cut off like this. That's why I said this looks more like a subspecies of Spinosaurus, but you can see it continues down his tail to act as a propeller and rudder to propel him in the water. And you can imagine if this guy was alive today, they would be phenomenal swimmers, and the sail would help to stabilize them in the water. But just the detail that they've put in the musculature of him all the way around. I do like the color scheme. I know this is just a basic assortment figure, even though it's in this box set, but I do like the shades of orange they put in here and the gray. I think that looks cool. If you flip him over, he's got the code on the bottom of his foot there, and then the Jurassic World logo on this one. His tail will move that far, and this isn't, you know, really articulated. I will tell you, as compared to the larger mainline release with sound effects, this one looks 100% better because the tail's not segmented. Now for comparison, I want to bring out the Jurassic World Epic Attack Spinosaurus, an incredible looking animal. This is one of the best designed and painted dinosaurs within any of the Jurassic Park or Jurassic World toy lines. The scale of it is incredible, and you can see why I suggest that the Jurassic World Rebirth Spinosaurus is a subspecies or subvariant of the mainline Spinosaurus. Overall, this is a really nice set. It's worth the price point at $37.99. Much nicer Spinosaurus than the mainline release. If you're a collector or a fan and you were going to choose, I would say buy this over the electronic version. So there you have the Jurassic World Rebirth Spinosaurus Danger Set by Mattel.